Hello, Buddhas! Today we are going to be talking about a fantastic esoteric concept that is very interesting to me. And that is, what if you were to look at your life from the outside in? Now, I'm not trying to make this sound completely nuts. However, if you still believe that you are just this body, just living this experience, then I may recommend that there's tons of other content out there on my channel and on others that you can really consume to get the ball rolling. Because this video may not make a heck of a lot of sense. However, if you're interested and ready for something a little bit more woo-woo or esoteric, what if we looked at our lives from a perspective of not being us? We know through science that there's a hell of a lot going on out there that we can't explain. And I know that's a very vague statement, but it's extremely important to remember. We don't even know how our bodies function completely. Okay? We don't. Just a fact. Anyone who says otherwise is very opinionated. What we do know, however, is that our bodies definitely exist in this reality, and we function through them. I can pick things up, I can touch stuff, I can interact with this world. But we also have a lot of doctrine, a lot of theory, and a lot of understanding around the concept of the world is you pushed out. Everything in your life is a mirror. The sun is sending us information that we are absorbing and consuming. That there are multiple dimensions and realities that we only see a small section of. That the law of attraction is where we're thinking we are, is where we end up being in this massive void, essentially. And all of this stuff sounds super interesting, and I recommend that you explore it more, and it's something that I have been exploring and will continue to be exploring and talking about on this channel. But I wanted to talk about the simple idea today about what if our bodies, our avatar, our existence here is only really that small bit. And not just that that's possible, but if you look at your life from that perspective, from the grander perspective of what's going on and how I can take care of, in this case, the Alex body, then you're doing incredible work. Because most people are stuck just thinking about what they can see through their eyes, what they can hear through their ears, taste through their mouth, etc., touching the real world. That's it. That's where they're stuck. And honestly, I both feel bad for them, and I also feel a little bit jealous of them, because they clearly believe that that's the case, and that makes me feel a little bit jealous because it's so simple and lovely. And on the other hand, I feel bad because they're not tapping in to the grander existence that they are. Now, there's nothing wrong with either of these perspectives. That's the beauty in this line of thinking. That's the whole concept behind my personal opinion on being a Buddha, which is finding that middle way of understanding one extreme and the other extreme and bringing them together to just talk about and understand that there can be more than one explanation for the same thing. And what I'm really trying to get at here, Buddhas, is we, as human beings, have been taught or have been intentionally or otherwise set to believe that we are so small and meaningless. And the biggest revelation that I've ever had and the greatest understanding that I've benefited from has been throwing that away a little bit, staying grounded in my life. My life is still going on around me, but knowing that there's so much more out there that is a part of me. And that's the real key. I wake up in the morning being grateful for the beautiful dreams that I've had because I know that they are me. I go into a meditation and experience these different understandings, and I know that it's me. I'm living this life right now in my condo talking to a camera, and I'm very conscious that this is a very three-dimensional experience, but I know it's me. I see this entire room that I'm in as being me. I see this entire building that I'm a part of as being a larger me, and I'm just a concentrated essence of that. And when you start to look at things from that perspective, it really diminishes any of the lower negative emotions that could crop up. Because if someone in my building is rude to me, I can just laugh it off and go, I must be in a bad mood. If I'm expecting a delivery and it's delayed for some reason, then I can laugh it off and understand that I'm trying to be too controlling. If the weather outside is really nice, then I know I must be in a great mood. If the weather outside is rainy and cold, I must understand that there's reasons for that. Not necessarily that I'm in a bad mood, because it's raining and cold outside today and I feel fantastic, but it's about deciding how to interpret the world and to appreciate all of it. The little minutiaes, the little disappointments, the negative emotions, the positive emotions, it's all you. And when you start to understand that you are greater than the confines of this little skull, but also are stuck in this little skull to a certain degree because you wanted to be, okay, key part of that, you chose to be here, then everything that goes on around you starts to be a hell of a lot more fun. So, in an example, if I go out and I am doing photography and I have an intention of finding beautiful photos, then I know that they're going to pop up all over the place and I am going to have an incredible time. However, if I'm in a bad mood and I go out to take photos and all the things that I see are reflecting back at me that negativity, they might be beautiful photos, but I might not even notice them at the time. This is because my perception, my understanding of the world is 100% focused from two perspectives. There's the perspective of what I see going out, and there's the perspective of everything looking in on me. And thank you for staying around for this little deluge into the slightly more esoteric, because this is a concept that I'm currently wrapping my head around and trying to think in 4 dimensions. Until next time, Buddhas, like, comment, subscribe down below. Hit that bell notification so you can get a video every single day, because we are making this content to enrich and enlighten our minds. Remember, the most important thing of all is to love yourself.